What's going on?
No.
Sorry, folks, there's technical difficulties. It seemed like Alex is trying to get us straightened out here.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. So again, apologize for the inconvenience. Welcome back to Sports Talk.
Yeah.
Well done, Felix. So, we're going to get into our picks today. It's week 5 in the NFL. So, it's an exciting day for football. We got some teams that are on a bye this week.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you who those teams are. And, we're going to go over our new segment, Player of the Week from last week's performance. And let's get into it.
Let's talk about who is on the bye. We got the Browns. It's Chargers today at the or the battery. I hope that you enjoy the time off with our football.
Yes, prepare for your opponent next week.
Let's talk about coming up in Washington and the Bears.
Yeah, Thursday night you had Chicago Bears playing against the Washington Commanders, where the Bears got their first victory. So kudos for the Bears getting their first victory in a year. That's the last time they actually won a game. And so now they're 1-4. Hopefully, at this point, they can possibly turn their season around and move forward after having such a strong victory against the Commanders.
Let's talk about the Bills and Dodgers
Yes.
football.
So they played in London overseas. It's the second week that Jacksonville's had a game over there. They're playing the Bills, which is a fantastic team. My picks for both, actually, I had picked Chicago over Washington. And this morning's game, I had picked the Bills over Jacksonville.
Well, for me, I'm going to pick Jacksonville over the Bills and the Bills over Washington. But why?
We pick Bills.
Why do you pick the Bills?
I picked the Bills because honestly, they've been a consistent team. This is only the second year of the Jacksonville Jaguars having Doug Peterson as their head coach and in his system. I believe they're going to still play well this year. I just think right now the Bills is being consistent. So.
Well, for me, and that Doug Peterson ain't the owner. Going to ball go out overseas, come over here by a team, a great team. It's Florida. You know a lot of people out there, so I think it's happening because it's the owner. So
I think it's more because Doug Peterson, but he says it's got no ownership. But anyway,
so that's about it today. The afternoon pick. Let's talk about this game.
Right here, Ravens and Steelers.
They are history for the two head coach, Mark Tuchman and John Harbaugh. And for me, I'm going to pick John Harbaugh team, the Ravens, to get it done today.
I'm going to pick the Steelers, even though they're behind right now. I'm definitely going to pick the Steelers to probably come out with this victory. They're at home. I think Mike Tomlin probably had, some strong words for his team to get them turned around this season.
So let's talk about the Dolphins and Giants game.
Dolphins, Giants. Look, the Giants did not play well last week against Seattle. Once again, they're just not looking like the team they were last year. Last year they bought into the football program that the coach introduced there, and that these guys believed in they were winning games. Defensively, they kept themselves close in games, and then the offense got a chance to come back in a lot of those games in the second half and win games for them. This year, there's something broken, and they're just not playing well on either side of the ball. Usually, when new coaches come into an organization, they will try to fix one immediate side, and then this way, the next year or two, you're focused on the other side of the football. So what I mean by that is, when he came in, if it was an easy fix to fix the defense by adding 1 or 2 pass rushers or defensive backs, that would have made more sense to keep yourself in the game. And then this way, if the defense is getting the turnovers and giving your offense multiple chances to score, you have a chance to become victorious in that game if the offense has struggles. If it's the other way around where the defense is the weakest point and it's going to cost you more to repair that, then you pick the offense by you adding another tight end or receiver or running back or a quarterback to get you to where you need to be to put points up on the board, and knowing that your defense is going to need help the next season. The Giants, for some reason, season 2 seemed like they were kind of all over the place with managing the team, and now we're seeing the fruits of that labor by neither side really playing well.
And you're right. I pulled the record. I pulled the record.
Yes, and this is just comes down to the ownership and his selections and his what he's investing into that organization. So on the flip side of that, you take the Jets, right? So the Jets has a really good defense. And although the Jets have not won as many games, they were in each and every one of those games due to their defense. They have talent on both sides of the football, and their intentions, they went out and they got Aaron Rodgers. They put Aaron Rodgers in. Luck of the draw, he gets hurt on the 4th play, and down he goes. But the defense is getting the turnovers, and they're giving their offense chance after chance to try to stay in a game. And they were in that game last week against the Chiefs, except for the poor officiating that took place from the NFL. So we can see the difference between the design of what ownership and management and coaches, when they looked at the Jets, what do we need to fix, how are we going to get here, versus what the Giants have done over the last few seasons.
It feels like you have a good deal. Do you think like a head coach or quarterback?
I want to say that the head coach, he is who he is, right? He came from a winning football program from the Bills. That's how he got the job in the first place. But and I'm not going to put all the onus.
I believe if like not the head coach, I believe it's doing I think it's doing because what if like the head got back the Britain new head coach? I think it's doing because he is like a good coach, a good team war. I don't meet them, that way. But I believe it like you can have to get up today. And the button is head coach. And the quarterback don't do it. I believe new head coach. I believe he's doing it because he's not bad. He's not a good team there. It's just like he had in top what eat usually whatever it is. All quarterback that can't read it.
Right.
Can't read it. The play
Right.
the athlete is like don't 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 know
His
right.
playbooks.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it very well could be maybe, what time he gets to the stadium
Yeah.
and start film work. We don't know these things
We
for
don't
sure,
know.
so this is just speculation and opinion. But my thought process is after the Giants lost in the playoffs last year against you guys and got eliminated, the first two things I would have written down as the ownership, as the general manager, and as a coach was the two teams we need to focus on winning next season more than anything else. And then one, the Cowboys, because the Giants have not beaten them in like 14 straight games. This is just awful. It's one thing if you split a game every season, or they swept you once and then the next season you swept them. But there's literally no competition between the two organizations anymore, which used to be a fantastic, a great rival between the two. It's no longer living up to that anymore. The second thing, the second hurdle I would have had for the organization, knowing that after the season was over, would have been you guys, the Philadelphia Eagles, because the Giants also struggled with these two teams. And these two teams, the Cowboys and Eagles, have fairly done well against the Giants and the Washington organization. And so, if you're any of those four teams in the division, if your goal is not to win your division, then you're not focused on that. The Eagles made some changes after their last loss to the Cowboys. And then you guys brought in coaching, you put the right players. This organization is strong in all three assets of the game: defense, special teams, and offense. They built a solid team. The Cowboys have invested very well in their organization. They got speedy defense. They have a good offense. They invested in the offensive line. They spent a lot of money to build a good team to contend. And even though Cowboy fans might be, not as happy with their organization and their team year in, year out because they haven't gotten themselves back to the Super Bowl, but your ownership has invested. There's no ifs, buts about it. And I'm not saying that the Giants organization hasn't invested. All I'm saying is that they haven't invested in the right places because the goals were not set. What you need to do to win. In order for you to even think about playoffs, you have to win your division first. And if you don't have your eyes set on the team that won your division last year or the year before, or the teams that are consistently beating you in your division, and you can't win against any of the teams in the league. It doesn't matter what else is happening outside your conference or your division. Your division is your home. That is where you have to meet these teams twice within the season. So if you're not contending in your own division, no one's going to expect you to contend with the rest of the season with the other teams. And so that's where it starts. That same logic applies to the Commanders. We've seen the same thing with the Commanders. Luckily there's new ownership there. Now the new owner has to see where he's going to go in his first season as an owner. I'm pretty sure there will be changes made in the offseason if something doesn't change for the Commanders after this season. He will make changes because, again, we've seen repeated same gameplay from these two organizations. The other two organizations are at least fulfilling their duty, and that is trying to make the games entertaining for their fans and give them something to cheer for and not disappointment. And so, as a Giants fan, I have to honestly say, you guys got to understand what your role is in your division first. And when you start building your teams to beat the teams that are winning your division, to make these games what they used was, the NFC East was far the best division in all of football for a really long time. It is not anymore. At one point in time, it was like one of the worst divisions in all of football, but something has to change. So I suspect I'm still going to pick them to win against the Dolphins somehow. We all know the Dolphins is a much better team. We know they got the speed, the offense, and everything that goes along with it. I just hope that they at least show up to play and not look the way they did last week. Somehow, some way, the coaches got to reach these guys and get back to basics.
Let's talk about Pac-Man game.
Yes, let's talk about the Falcons in Houston.
I think they can do it again. How about you?
I'm gonna say the Falcons bounce back.
Okay, now let's talk about the Colts and the Tottenham. I'll take the Colts. How about you?
I'm gonna pick the Colts to win today as well.
Tennessee and Tennessee and what's it called? Oh. Okay, that's cut that the That's all now. I remember Tennessee and Lightning.
Kansas City and Vikings. Kirk Cousins versus Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to win that game.
I'll take it about up there. Walker, Jeff.
I'm gonna pick the Jets. I think the Jets were, heartbroken after the bad officiating last week against the Chiefs. Which, by the way, I'm gonna say it, the elephant in the room has been bad officiating over the last 3 seasons. We see it in almost in every game, but the one team that we're constantly seeing it on now is the Chiefs. And it just seems like, the gameplay against the Bengals, the gameplay in the Super Bowl, and then here it was a primetime game for the Jets.
Two before the private game, get it though and watch the game back.
You're referring to
Yeah.
the penalty that was thrown as suggesting that there was intentional grounding, even though the ball went all the way down the field, suggesting that there should have been a player there and there wasn't a player there. Which I would agree that was not a good play, and I'm glad the Eagles, finished up and came out, just kicked the field goal, ended the game, and came out victorious over the situation. But it's these kind of bad officiating and these calls that are taking place that is really ruining the game. Now, we got to see in the NBA is changing some rules, right? And they're putting some penalties out there, because again, you're losing viewers, which this is all about, or fans, by having somebody determine who wins, who loses by a bad call. And it sometimes these calls don't even add up, or a call that's completely missed. With the amount of officials that are at the game and that are officiating from all the different angles that they're at, it's just amazing how some stuff goes on and it's never caught or seen. So not good.
Let's talk about obviously I think that the Boston let's talk about the Eagles and the Rams.
Eagles, Rams. I'm gonna pick the Rams obviously because I need you guys to lose. So the Giants still have somewhat of a season in their division. The reality is you guys probably will pull this victory off against the Rams.
For me, I gotta pick the Eagles.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
Of course you are.
Patriots, the
I'm gonna pick the Patriots. I'm sorry, the Saints.
I'm picking the Patriots. So,
okay.
This session will be that after we horrible I get the Cowboys. For me, I think the session talk about it to motivate meeting. I know it's horrible. I feel that for all the people. Meeting. I hope you win this game. The situation is happy. So, Canada, Detroit.
I'm gonna go with Detroit over the Panthers.
For me, I'm gonna pick over Detroit over the Panthers. Panthers gonna be on the side. But this week.
Okay.
No, America did agree that what I take will be
this primetime game that's coming up, Cowboys 49ers, I believe will be game of the week. I'm going to definitely pick the 49ers to be victorious in this game. There's a lot of history between these two organizations. Both of them have kept each other from getting into the Super Bowl over the years in the past. And last year, these two teams played each other in the playoffs, and one went on to the NFC Championship, which eventually ended up losing to you guys. But what a game! I expect this game to be.
For me, I'm gonna take the 49ers because we hot right now. Still undefeated, so.
So, yes, still undefeated. I'm going to go on a bold prediction right here today. I'm going to say we're going to see a backup quarterback today go against his old team, being that they traded him to the Cowboys. I think somehow, some way, he gets in this game.
Maybe it's a Portland put out, but I believe it's going to be really cool. So. I don't think that. I think it's gonna be that factor go to play the whole game. Maybe we 1 minute of the clock in the halftime. Maybe we need to focus on the him, but I can't wait to watch the game. So before this goes to defeated.
While we're on the 49ers, our player for our new segment who got player of the week
will be Bob Putney. Because that is unbelievable meeting for that week the other season. So what do you think about him?
So I think he's shown outstanding quarterback play for such a young man that coming into the league. He was the last player drafted of his draft. The 49ers went out on a limb, took a chance. They had two other good quarterbacks who was their starters, and then this young man got a chance to step up last year as his third string quarterback and took them all the way to the NFC Championship. He is still undefeated as far as regular season play. And the kid, his stats is off the chart. So if you're into fantasy football, absolutely, I hope one of you guys got him on your team. But congratulations, Brock. You are player of the week on our sports talk channel. Alex and Felix here. So congratulations to Brock. Yes.
Before I got one question about you. Let's talk about your game, promote a game at the Whitney.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I know, look, they did not play well, and a lot of the fans out there in Las Vegas, they want to see the coach gone. I think that's too soon for that. I want to give him a fair chance. And I mean, look, he came from a good winning program, and so hopefully we can see a turnaround this week. So
No, for me, I'm gonna take a pop up to the game. Yeah. So it my cut is to do. It could be good. What the other cat hot end.
Kansas City
Hot end.
tight end.
Yeah. Cat
So look, that's for the media. I mean, look, if him having a relationship with somebody and he's happy, that's all that matters. As long as it's not gonna affect his gameplay and the guy can focus on what he does for a living, that's all that matters. I mean, you know, he's dating a celebrity, which is Taylor Swift. So To me, I don't see anything wrong with.
Yeah. For me, I happy with I happy the technique and technique all the views. This is all anything about the time the media is talking we talking about this.
Well, of course, it's all about the entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So,
I gotta put it out because I actually want to talk about this.
yes.
So no more about Apple channel. So thank you for watching.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Congratulations, Brock, and good luck 49ers tonight.
Good luck to everybody. And congratulations to a bar party. And congratulations to whoever you are to our football today, whatever it is. Pretty big day. Just big day after. So thank you for watching.
Yes.
It was good.
Yes. You guys have enjoyed week 5 in the NFL. Enjoy your
I
game
can't
today.
believe it.
Enjoy some beer and cookout food. I'm pretty sure everybody's stuffing themselves. Potato chips.
I can't believe it. I can't believe we thought
Yeah, week 5. So, see you guys. Thursday night football is coming up
Bye bye.
this week.